Hello. I've been getting some emails about some people who haven't been able to figure out a few things in my video. So I'm going to try to explain really simply. Hey, and don't worry about it. I mean, our education system teaches us virtually nothing about, the state of an economy or how to preserve your wealth or how to invest. And so I don't mind teaching you some basic concepts. The first concept is, what is currency? Currency is simply a medium of exchange between two people. Let me explain it this way. Tonight I went and got my hair cut. I know, isn't it good looking? My girlfriend, I think she mentioned that it looked like I had a bowl on my head, but whatever, how it works. I went down there and to get my hair cut, and the woman who cut my hair, she needed some gas for her car. So I could have given her one of these. It's a 5-gallon drum of gasoline. We could have went up, poured it in her car, and then she could have given me the haircut. And that would have been a fair exchange because she took the time to cut my hair, and I was able to supply her some gas. However, that'd be kind of messy if you think about it. If every person at the hairdresser is all sitting there with their 5-gallon can of gas. I mean, some of them could have brought like 50 eggs, or some of them could have brought maybe, that new video game or whatever she wants. They could have brought that to exchange it, but that gets sort of crazy. So instead, we have this medium of exchange called currency. Currency is simply a substance that goes between two people that represents value. That's it. Now, next term is, what is money? Money is something that actually has the unique and wonderful power to store value. Okay? Silver stores value. For instance, if I were to get my hair cut about, 40 years ago, it cost about $2. Okay? But with $2, are you aware that with $1.50 you could have gotten one of these? So she was actually doing better, 40 years ago if she was working, and she could have got more than one of these. At the same time, silver, one of these coins, okay, this is a silver eagle, one of these would have bought one of these 40 years ago. It would have also bought my haircut. So this here has stored its value over 40 years. Whereas this bill, this $50 bill, 40 years ago, it would have bought over 20 5-gallon tanks of gas. Okay? Now this buys 3. So that's a significant loss in value. Let's say she were to save that $2 that she gave for that haircut 40 years ago until today. That $2 doesn't even buy 1 gallon of gas. And back then, it would have bought 5 gallons of gas. So somewhere it's been lost. See, money holds its value. Currency doesn't hold its value. Now, what's unique about currency is currency, in the United States at least, and around the world, has no physical representation of value. That makes it a fiat currency. The only reason that $50 is worth 3 haircuts is because the government decrees that it does. You following me? Okay, now, here's the problem with that. I'm going to read to you something from the Federal Reserve note, because a lot of you don't know how money's created. So I thought I would read to you about what the Federal Reserve says about how money's created. It says, the banks are never allowed to go broke. If the bank runs out of money, the banker may issue as much or more money that they need. They merely have to write on any ordinary piece of paper. Okay? Actually, sorry, this is my instructions to Monopoly. That's funny. But really, that is what the government's doing. The government has this unique power to print money at will. They have the power to control what this is worth. That means that they can incrementally steal the value from every dollar that you have. One other thing I want you to know is that governments hate real money. Governments can't stand real money Because if there was real money, then they'd have to be honest. See, if there was real money, there is no way in the world that we could have a universal healthcare system. There is no way in the world that we could have troops in 150 bases in the world and control an empire that goes all the way around the globe. There is no way in the world that we could run the campaigns that we have if we had real sound money. See, as long as we have fiat currency, they can take your money while you don't even know it. In fact, the government encourages you to take that money and put it in your 401k. Go down to the bank and put it in your 401k, and when you leave, they hand you that sucker. Isn't it good? See, they're secretly trying to get the mind of the masses to save these worthless dollars, even though every bit of evidence suggests that this is losing its value every minute that you have it. Every moment that this is in your pocket, it is worth a little bit less money. And in the last year, the government, has doubled the amount of currency in circulation. If you don't think that's going to have its effect, you're crazy. Literally, the best thing you could do is get rid of all the dollars you can. Buy anything. Buy things that are going to hold their value. And what is unique about gold and silver is in times when it gets really crazy and the dollar is going to lose its value rapidly at an exponential rate, silver and gold will be the best investment of the century. See, silver is really, really hard to get. To get this stuff, you've got to pay somebody a fortune. They've got to buy a plot of land. They've got to buy all these huge trucks, employ 200 people, fight off, 500 picketers and environmentalists. They've got to pay a fortune for the guy that falls down the mine, and they got to pay his family a bunch of money, and and all this stuff that's involved to get a few ounces of this. See, that stores value. That has value. You can't just print silver out of midair. You can't get this stuff unless you go into the ground. And this stuff is necessary for human life. This laptop right here would not be possible without this element inside of its circuits. So this is necessary for life. This is not necessary for life. This has no value whatsoever except for the fact that you trust the government, which has historically printed money out the wazoo. This is a $500 Monopoly note. What is the difference between the two? Practically nothing, except this one is accepted because our government decrees it. However, this note is losing its value every minute of every day. If you're going to store up your wealth in these, good luck. I highly recommend you getting out of your US dollars. We have an unbelievable economic storm on the horizon. I don't know if you've ever lived out west and seen the storm clouds coming, but I'm telling you, the storm clouds are coming, and if you are not moving your money into precious metals, you are going to be in deep crap. And I'll be here to help you. I'll be here to educate you, but it might be too late. This could happen in stages, and it also can happen like that. And when currency is totally wiped out, this nation will be hurting like you've never seen poverty before. So I'm encouraging you to buy precious metals once again. I hope these terms helped. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks.